Hello and welcome to another DFR Morris Marina video. Today we're going to be replacing the shims and pins on my 1970 Morris Marina, which has been converted to Morris Marina brake pads and discs. So, firstly, remove the hubcap with your tool, like so. Place that to one side. Secondly, find a suitable place to jack up the car. In general, you don't want to use Morris Marina jacking points because they tend to be quite rusty. But in my case, it's okay. But I've decided, just to be safe, I'm using this piece of wood to spread the weight and jack it up on this long main beam section here, just behind the front wheel, just there. There we go. That's where I would recommend to jack the car up. But before you do so, I've got this arranged. You want to get a torque wrench, suitable torque wrench, like this one. You then want to attach your socket. This one is an 18mm. It doesn't fit perfectly, but it does do it for the wheel nuts. Fit that to your torque wrench, like so, and continue to loosen all four wheel nuts. Once you've got them loosened, then jack the car up and unscrew them. So, next stage, set your torque wrench to 50 pounds per square foot. Remove the wheel nuts. It can be quite tight. It's been probably 6 months since I've removed this wheel. Do opposite corners. So, they should be 50 pounds per square foot torque, incidentally. Just like so. And the next one. Once you're happy you've got them all cracked off like so, you then want to jack the car up. Now we're going to jack the car up until the wheel is off the ground. As I've said previously, we've got to jack that piece of wood to spread the weight, although it probably is only about 250 kilos in this corner. Then, using the jack, so make sure your valve's off and jack the car up. So, and there we go, wheels off the ground, just like so. Okay, now at this stage we want to finish removing all 4 wheel nuts. There we go. You don't need to keep them in any kind of order as such. Just set them in a safe place. And remove the wheel. Like so. Now we're going to place this block of wood under, just in case the jack gives out. The next stage, you will need new shims and pins and copper grease. So as you can see, This is my Morris Marina brake conversion on my Morris Minor. It has a Morris Marina Hub adapted to fit a Morris Minor stub axle and Marina discs and Marina calipers. Basically today I'm interested in replacing the pins because they're very rusty, as you can see. They've been in there for about 4 years, so time to be replacing them. The pads have still got plenty on them, so there's no need to do them. Now let's set about removing the old brake pads. So basically what you want to do, you shouldn't need any tools unless they're stuck. You want to remove the small R clips and withdraw the pin. At least that's the idea, but these ones seem to be stuck, so I'm going to have to investigate this a bit further and we'll get back to you. Okay, so it turns out they're quite stuck, so I'm going to need a hammer, a flat screwdriver and a hex head screwdriver for knocking the pins through. Okay, so we're now going to attempt to remove this. The top one's not a problem. Let's remove it. There we go. Top R clip. And I've broken the screwdriver. Oh, brilliant. Okay, so it moved. Good news. Got the split pin. That was hard. So now everything hopefully will go a little easier. What I want to do now, push this pin through, like so, push the other pin, and again, until we make it out. Thanks. There we go. Quite rusty. Definitely the right time to replace. So now we've withdrawn the pins, withdrawn the R clips, we want to remove the actual brake pads. Now I've pushed from this side of the caliper to push the pads out. Ensure of course that you will be able to get them back in. There we go. Push like so, and it will slowly withdraw, like so. Shims are actually in okay condition, but I'll replace them anyway. Here we've got brake pad, plenty of meat, no problem. The shim fits the brake pad like so. You get your new brake shims. Replace the same side with the same sided shim. So here's our new shim, like so. Simply swap over. Perfect. That shim pushes down, that's it. So we've got one shim replaced. I'm going to do them one at a time. Cover the back of the brake pad in copper grease, place the shim on top. So we've got one shim replaced, move to removing the other pad. Okay, we've now got the new shims fitted, both pads back in place. Now it's time for the pins. Also what to do, cover the pins in copper grease. Prevents seizing. Enter from the back side of the caliper. This one should go through a little easier this time, but again, make sure that you have the hole for the hair clip lined up. Just like so, and push through. Once you've done that, grab your wee hair clip, put a very slight coating of copper grease on it. This can be fiddly, but push your hair clip into your retaining hole. And there we go. Perfect. That's it. Spins freely, like so. The change is complete. Okay, shims and pins back in now. Tested, no leaks. The brake stops solid. A job well done. Thank you for watching.